We have nice new item.
Yokasai? Yeah, I have a male earthling. It's kind of weird that your message didn't pop up in the live chat. I mean, those new loading screens are not necessarily... they're not really promising. But yeah, Kasai, how's it going? I'm doing good. My neck's doing better and better, I guess, every day. I'm just a bit curious how is it looking in ranked. Also, the raid is ending today, right? No, it's tomorrow. Or is this supposed to be a Japanese time? Because normally raids were supposed to be based on the time zone. But I think all platforms are connected together. Like, the huge jump of like 5 million that suddenly happened the other day. Like when this jump happened, the leaderboard for PlayStation didn't change. It was PlayStation, PC who jumped 5 million up. I mean, if the rewards were good. I mean, isn't it saying the rewards somewhere? Xenoverse challenges. I mean, it still bothers me that that in order to get like stuff in Xenoverse, that you have to play breakers. This is still like the funnier thing. We are aware of some users who are illegitimately I probably butchered that word. Earning wins in the million raid quest currently underway. Users who engage in this and other unfair activity will be punished accordingly. Users who engage in this and other unfair activity. Like what exactly? Yo, Goku? So what exactly do they mean by and other unfair activity? Are they referring to cheating in ranked PvP? Probably. Will be punished accordingly, for example by having their ranking reset. Okay, so they're punishing people by resetting their rank.
Special beam cannon!
So is this applied for ranked too? Like, oh no, this guy was using cheats, giant Namekians, to gain the first rank. Now we will be resetting their points. No. I mean, it's kind of funny that that it needs a raid quest where people are cheating in order for them to respawn and do something. I'm in a multi-lobby, right? It's freaking empty. But yeah, how's it looking for ranked? I mean, it's super relaxing since I don't go for the first place anymore. But dude, look at this. I feel like it's not as bad. Considering, although it's just Tuesday. But last week didn't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, didn't I have to grind to 17k in order to get the first place, or to keep the first place?
Greetings.
Also, guys, I'm kind of liking the idea to stream on YouTube. First game. I mean, this Ryu Sukana. Ryu Sukana? And the only thing that really carries him is the connection. Honestly, I okay, he plays in the mech and he's going to be hella slow. I can already set up my pose. By the time he's here, I'm already set up. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look how he's. I mean, that's definitely. Oh, I didn't activate my pulse in time? Look at this guy lagging. Look at this leg switching. Look at this guy leg switching. He's now literally leg switching in order to win. Now he's leg switching.
Xenoverse, return!
Look, he's leg switching to win now.
Xenoverse, return!
Yeah, shit. There's nothing I can do, pretty much. There's nothing I can do. Like, look, there's nothing I can do. He literally leg switched in order to win. For whatever reason, I ran out of my post K. I have no idea how leg switching works, but this guy is leg switching. This is ridiculous. It's already great when you have to start the first fight against a leggy leg switcher. Yeah, one of the rare times when my first opponent literally cheats. This is like literally the equivalent of cheating. He's technically using outside forces, you could say, to get a win. So what is it with people just coloring the gloves black? Pretty sure I've seen many people do this on Vegeta. Okay, honestly, a perfect win that I don't even care about. That guy was underleveled. Show me the homie. Interesting choice that he went for the 3 soaring fists straight away.
Here I go.
I really hate when you don't really catch your opponent, but at the same time you do. Dude, the Destructive Fracture is so good. I've like no idea if I should ever do like a top 5 best strike attacks. I feel like making a top 10 best strike attacks is easy, but I would say making a top 5 best strike attacks is going to be a whole different thing. I mean, we have moves like God Fist, Jump Spike, Evil Whirlwind, Destructive Fracture, Soaring Fist. You could also put Aura Slide in there, Eagle Kick. Oh my god, that was huge! He gave up in mid-fight. He just gave up. He was like, nah dude. this. But yeah, Goku, I hope the stream is fine. Or should I call you Ken on YouTube? Killer? I don't think so. I'm not even sure if he's able to get the top 10 with his Goku. With his stamina resetting Goku. Also, believe it or not, I feel like I found the perfect explanation on how to justify how Goku got shot by the laser in Resurrection F. You eye pocket. Should I go with the beast? With the female margin beast? I mean, recently on Twitter, Goku, you should definitely follow me on my Twitter if you have Twitter. I mean, there are so many people who are just... And I don't hesitate to argue against them. I mean, there was also one person, for whatever reason that person deleted his Twitter account. I have no idea why. Maybe because of... I don't think it was because of me. But that guy definitely deleted his Twitter shortly after. Hilarious. But they kind of make like comparisons with how Goku in Dragon Ball Z in the Cell Saga had no issue to go from the basics all over again. And in the Dragon Ball Super manga, Goku complains that he has to go all over the basics again. Oh my god, that was perfect block Balls of Steel. I'm trying it. Oh my god! Look, I'm perfectly safe. Send this clip to Cabby. Because he was looking for a good way to transform into Beast. Oh my god. Bro, this jump spike was hitting massive. They aren't so far in the manga. The thing is, I mean, obviously, the movies are different from the anime and manga. So here's the thing, the movies are different from the anime and manga. I mean, this is obviously hinted as, for example, in the Broly movie, Goku didn't attempt to use the Kaioken in his blue form. And I feel like Vegeta's Blue Evolved wasn't even there, or the perfected Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, they had aura. So I could imagine that, like in the anime manga continuity, that the events played out slightly different. I mean, similar how both the anime and manga had a whole different version of Battle of Gods. Although I would say that the manga was a bit more. No, I'm not sure what was more faithful to the movie. I mean, the whole thing is, believe me or not, but almost all the power scaling that people have, is completely wrong when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. Because I feel like a majority don't understand how this God power absorbed in base works. All are going to say the God power became Goku's new base. This is not entirely correct. I mean, a lot of people are saying in the manga Goku never absorbed God power in base. This is wrong, Goku did absorb God power in base. And that was hinted in the Resurrection F portion of the manga, which is not in the actual manga, but... But other than that, the events of Resurrection of F, like how it happened in the movie, is actually pretty much the same how it happened in the manga, as the manga pretty much skipped over it. But the thing is, there is something that's called Saiyan Beyond God, and this is what Goku used against Final Form or Frieza in his fourth form, which is actually his regular form. I mean, all the other forms are just forms to regress his power. But yeah, when Goku fought Frieza in Resurrection F, Goku wasn't just in base, this is a huge misconception, but Goku was using Saiyan Beyond God. Yo, Anime Gamer! So Goku was using Saiyan Beyond God, which is Goku having access to the Super Saiyan God power in base. And pretty much in the Battle of Gods movie, when Goku dropped out of his God form and Goku didn't regress much on power and went Super Saiyan, that was still some sort of Saiyan Beyond God thing that Goku put off. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was fighting against Madman earlier, and this guy was also leg switching. I don't know, those were just... Look at all the damage I can easily output with my... with the right selection of super attacks. That's huge hitbox.
Take this!
Similar bullshit hitbox as with Death Beam. person are you having beef with? Is it Madman? The ass man? I mean, that guy was flying somewhere away and doing just some random jump spikes, and they're all connected. Oh, he's also from Arabia, Madman. Oh, that this might explain the connection. Now, when I say that that having a bad connection proves that they're from Arabia, this is no hate or anything. This is just some basic logic, considering how far Arabia is located away from Germany. So obviously the connection is not really top on the notch due to the distance. I say would be like when you're in China or you're in Australia and you have like the best internet available in the entire country, region, continent. Doesn't matter if the distance is too far away, then there's obviously a huge lag. I mean, this is something I also experienced in Dead by Daylight back then. Whenever I played Killer and I had survivors that were destroying me. I mean, later on I looked at their profile, I've seen they were from Arabia, and yeah, okay. They have a horrible ping towards me. Obviously, they can do so much more stuff because of lag. I feel like they shouldn't be matched with us. Let's be honest. That they should be matched with. There has to be another region that is closer towards them. Or they should just expand different regions. Let's be honest. Could have extended off afterwards. I feel like every game that has a rank mode should actually have an option to kick people or to avoid the game if the connection is bad. It's the thing is they like people from Arabia probably have all good connection towards people who are also in Arabia, for instance. But I feel like if the connection between two players is too low, the game should actually enable a kick option. And I'm not just talking Xenoverse, I'm talking pretty much with every game that has that has something like that. Like if the host, yeah, if the host, if one other player has a really bad connection towards the host that created the lobby, then there should be like a kick option. Or not necessarily like a kick option, but an option that shuffles the other player into a different lobby. think that would be like one of the best solutions. I mean, good thing that I don't play Call of Duty. But apparently they tried to boycott Call of Duty because of them removing a skin from a very well-known person in the community. What? I feel like whenever Europeans are matching against people from North America, they don't really stand a chance because of the connection, I don't know. At least, like whenever I play Xenoverse and someone from North America joins my lobby, I feel like they have a much easier time to hit me than I have to hit them. I feel like when people are losing, or like even in real life, when you witness a loss or defeat, whatever. I mean, first of all, a loss is not necessarily a loss. I mean, it's not like that you can gain so much from witnessing defeat. And people complain about male Saiyan back hits, right? Yeah, this is GG. Also, another reason why I would say that making like a top 5 of the best strike moves, strike supers, is kind of bullshit, because I feel like every strike move works different and has some different sorts to place them high up in the ranking. I mean, Evil Whirlwind is strong, Godfist is strong, but Godfist is relatively pointless when you're on top of the map, but a move like Destructive Fracture is really awesome. I mean, I could have easily taken out like an entire bar of health without him actually being able to do something when they're low on stamina. I mean, the thing is, even if I predicted the limit burst, the amount of the recovery speed of his stamina, because of his super soul, is so fast. predicting wasn't even useful. But yeah, the thing is, when you witness defeat, first of all, analyze. Okay, why did you lose? It's the first thing. It's just maybe you did mistakes. I mean, like the last time I fought you, Anime Gamer, I wanted to go for the Soaring Fist after Aura Slide, but I hadn't have enough ki. That was a crucial mistake for my part, which could have actually, I think this could have alone cost me the game. It's going Kaioken. Best right moves: God Fist, Jump Spike, Evil Whirlwind, Fracture, Soaring Fist. I mean, honestly, I would agree that these could definitely be like in the top 5. But like, what about moves like Eagle Kick? I mean, Eagle Kick also would deserve a spot there. But here's the thing, like, I mean, you can't really say, okay, like maybe this one move is better than the other, but I feel like, okay, Jump Spike is definitely really helps to pump out damage with little effort. And then another example like Evil Whirlwind. This move only helps you when you're blocking, and you can't really do much else with it. Like, there's no way that it can assist you with a stamina break, that it can extend a combo. This is where Destructive Fracture pretty much comes in handy. Or Godfist. Godfist is hella useless on top of the map. You mainly want to use Godfist near the ground or like in the middle of the height of the map. If your character is fast enough to still catch on. Other than that, Godfist won't do anything good. And then there's still like Armor Slide. And I feel like, can't you actually counter Evil Whirlwind with Eagle Kick? This is actually why I think rankings are stupid. The Xenoverse 2 Garden Tool. Yo, Dog Bonds. I feel like they don't care for ranked. Or what about Evil Flight Strike? That move exclusive to Margins and the Namekians. It's the Namekian player, right? This is I don't know. I remember him from as an Namekian player, I guess.
Here I go.
Sit box. Man, this teleportation attack. I had more life than you. What? I had more life than him, and I still lost. Vern doesn't have a 4-bar connection. Dude, I had more health on my health bar. I had more health. Geonite. I had more health on. I mean, you can revert back and pause. You can see I had more health. God, that forsake me. I mean, obviously, I could have made a better play. Well, when I was hit by the super explosive wave. Could have made a way better play there. Took so much damage there. Took so much damage. Also, the game didn't really let me use my evasive. I mean, I had the window open, but couldn't. But I feel like it's way more of an impressive feat to have almost a draw, something you could say, almost a draw against a Super Saiyan 4 Goku with Thank You Dragon Balls. This is something what I always do. Knock the opponent away with the Soaring Fist and then transform. Making some extra distance. I delayed the stamina break a little. Because I wasn't sure whenever I should go for the stamina break or not, because he still had so much health. I mean, one could say that was a little bit dirty from me to go for the grab and then the Soaring Fist, but considering that he attacked me with super armor for this brief moment, I decided to go for a little punishment. But yeah, Knight, have you seen my my Twitter page lately? I think I should quote retweet more stuff, so it's easier to spot. Fun fact, there's a guy which made a comparison of DBZ Goku and DBS Goku, and I replied, and later on it turns out that this account is not there anymore. I have like no idea what happened. I don't think it was my tweet. Maybe he had a lot of beef. But yeah, then that account doesn't exist anymore. Who the F uses? Damn, that was so much damage. Maybe he won a game that way and decided, oh, it's good. But yeah, that guy was comparing a scene where Goku and Gohan were training in a hyperbolic time chamber, and Goku said that they're starting over from the basics. And a screenshot of DBS Goku saying, "Oh, I have to start from from the basics all over again." And I feel like people are using stuff like this to say, "Oh, DBS Goku regressed as a character. He was better. He was smarter. He was more mature in DBZ." Well, first of all, I feel like a lot of people think he's more mature in Z's because of the art style, as his expression look more mature. But the thing is, I simply replied that Goku had to start over from the basics with Gohan. So he was doing it for Gohan, and Goku actually knew how much it would pay off for the both of them. However, in DBS, Goku became, from all the work, he felt rusty and wanted an advanced lesson for Whis, kind of like want to have the next step. And Whis pretty much told Goku that the slow and steady is the better pace and all that stuff. And then Goku was kind of disappointed and said, "Oh, I have to start over from the basics again." So pretty much Goku had to start over from the basics on his own, when in reality he kind of wanted to go to the next step. And people tend to forget that pretty much with Whis, Beerus, and all the other gods, like a whole new world opened up for Goku, more new transformations, techniques, whatever. So obviously Goku is really excited when it comes to this. Okay, let's take a short break from ranked, because this is something I really have to talk about. Now, a lot of people are also going to throw in the entire stuff with Vegeta saying that in the recent Dragon Ball Super manga chapter, Vegeta actually explained or talked that when he's not currently pulling punches in a battle, that he wants to relax, lowering his ki, and then when he is about to attack, then from 0 to 100. This is what Vegeta was talking about, and gladly the manga kind of fixed it, and Goku acknowledging Vegeta's meditational training. And then, okay, which is kind of weird, saying that all of the other opponents were capable of pulling that off or use their energy a bit more efficient. I feel like Broly's just a beast, you could put it that way. I mean, his energy never really regressed. So, you can't really factor this in. And even with Granola, I mean, Granola just newly obtained the powers. Gas, I mean, pretty much Gas you could say had hacks because of the wish. And Frieza, I mean, Frieza attacked in his base form and then didn't he went like Black Frieza? This is what he did against Gas, by the way. But honestly, Frieza just overpowered Vegeta and Goku at the same time. And then a lot of people bring up this whole thing about how the thing is lowering your power when not suddenly in a fight, and then increasing your attack in the brief moment of attacking. A lot of people complain that this is a gimmick, an idea that was brought up on Namek when Goku fought the Ginyu Force, and that they are reusing this gimmick now. But saying, oh, this is something that Vegeta already figured out, that something that Goku already did. But people, I mean, it's kind of strange that they recognized it, but people sometimes are just way too stupid and too bland to realize that despite it being something that Vegeta knew on Namek, that Goku did on Namek, lowering your power and then shooting your ki all the way up when you attack is something that has never been brought up ever again after Goku fought the Ginyu Force. Goku was flexing on the Ginyu Force. Goku clearly outmatched them. And Goku mainly did this to trick their scouters too, because they were relying on their scouters way too much. So they couldn't even sense Goku suddenly spiking up in power. But tell me one instance in which Goku ever did this strategy again after the Ginyu Force. Never. He never did anything like this. This has never been brought up again. Or maybe you could argue it has been brought up again. I mean, Vegeta explained that he wants to get used to it, that when currently not in a fight, that he lowers his power, and when he attacks, he increases his power again. Now when you are on the power level of 0 currently, or maybe 1, and it doesn't matter what state you are. You could be blue, you could be Super Saiyan. If your power level is 1, it's 1. And here's the catch. If your power level is too low, something with a much higher power or impact can hurt you. And when you're, let's say you're fighting and you're currently talking, or just having a stare down, and this is actually a moment in which Vegeta wants to lower his power, because if he keeps his ki high all the way, obviously it's going to burn most of his stamina. This is the entire point. Why should you be always high on ki when this will eventually drain you faster? So maybe they had a clash. Vegeta fights someone, they escape the attack, and while Vegeta's not attacking, he's lowering his power. This is the entire point of what Vegeta tries to do in the recent Dragon Ball Super manga chapter. But the thing is, when your power level is low and you get caught off guard, this attack is going to be lethal. Let's say you lower your power level all the way to 1, and suddenly someone with a power level of 500 manages to get a sneak attack. Your power level is at 1, your body is not protected by ki, bam, this is going to be a lethal shot in this case. And the same thing happened in the Resurrection of F. Goku was pretty much having the victory secured against Frieza in Resurrection F. Frieza burns through his energy way faster. Goku was victorious. Frieza on his knees, pretty much defeated. Goku was not in battle as of this moment. There was no need to have his ki or his power level high in this current situation. And earlier on, it was already established that we explained to Goku and Vegeta both at the same time that it doesn't matter which form they are. If they are out of ki, their body is vulnerable. And Vegeta's method is pretty much a moment in which Vegeta's not having his ki up. Or the strategy that he wants to use. He's not having his ki up, pretty much at this point. And this is the same thing that happened to Goku. I mean, Goku was off guard, plus he was not currently in battle. So there was no way for him to have his ki high. And it was a freaking railgun. I mean it's a laser beam. I mean there was like, and there was probably like no sound in which Goku could have reacted the second he heard it. Plus it's just a body made of flesh and blood. So obviously a laser is going to hurt them when their ki is too low. And people are kind of making fun or talking smack about Goku because Goku's just standing there thinking. I mean, we don't know what Goku thought when Vegeta was explaining this moment. Maybe Goku knew the weakness that if you are lowering your battle power in combat, that you are wide open and way too vulnerable for an attack. Why was Frieza, despite getting caught off guard by Vegeta in his second form in the Battle of Namek, when Vegeta tried to sneak attack Frieza, it didn't phase him? Well, probably because Vegeta's power level was way too low and Frieza probably kept his power at over 1 million at all times. Also another thing which I really want to talk about, and after this I'm going to return to Ring. A lot of people are complaining about some quote-unquote character regression in Dragon Ball Super manga when Goku said that it doesn't care if it wrecks his body. He has to... What he needs is pure power now. And then powering up using his life force as well to increase his power in order to combat Jiren. And then they're comparing a panel in which Goku and Piccolo fought Raditz, and Goku said something like that if he thinks that power is everything, then he's not a true martial artist or something. Well, first of all, in all of Dragon Ball Z, ever since power levels were introduced, an opponent with a stronger power level was always the one that is pretty much the winner. And certainly, even though Goku and Piccolo teamed up, at the end, what defeated Raditz was an attack powerful enough to kill him. I mean, Gohan having an attack when he attacked Raditz. Gohan had, I think, 1300, therefore being stronger than Raditz, and then damaging Raditz. So Goku and Piccolo would have never won if it just by being better martial artists or having better teamwork. They won because they really needed an attack that exceeded Raditz's power level and killing him in the process. Now when Goku fought Vegeta, Goku tripled the Kaioken, which is something that it was not advised to do. He even quadrupled the Kaioken in an instance. Because he needed power, he needed the Kaioken to power up. He was lacking power against Vegeta, he used the Kaioken. Now pretty much when Goku used the Kaioken against Ginyu, Goku pretty much already declared himself the winner because his power level was just so far high, much higher against Ginyu's power level when Goku used the Kaioken. Goku needed power, so he used a times 20 Kaioken against Frieza. The Super Saiyan transformation gave Goku more power to combat Frieza and actually defeat him in the process. Like in all of Dragon Ball Z pretty much. Goku and the others needed power. When Goku figured out, okay, Vegeta lost against the android, Cell is roaming around, Goku wanted to surpass the Super Saiyan. Well, sounds like a power up to me. And then when Goku is in a life-threatening situation, or pretty much an existing threatening situation against Jiren, a fighter with so much power, and Goku wasn't even close to Jiren. Like, everyone's existence was on the line. In desperate times, Goku did something stupid and attempted to acquire more power by kind of wrecking his own body. People didn't even talk smack when Goku in the anime version attempted the times 10 Kaioken with a good chance of it killing him in the process. I mean, that is the same scenario. Goku used the Kaioken against Hit to gain more power with a good chance of it killing him. But hey, they bring back Dragon Ball Super.
Greetings.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but the main point is, it wasn't too obvious in Dragon Ball Z. But the Dragon Ball Super manga pretty much makes it a little bit more obvious for all those brain-dead, stupid people who cannot read and cannot comprehend. So I could imagine a Toyotaro attempts to make it a little bit more obvious that everyone has a much easier time to understand, and then everyone is automatically complaining and comparing to Dragon Ball Z, bringing up examples which are pretty much near identical. I'm being honest here. The Dragon Ball is amazing. Its entire universe is amazing. It doesn't necessarily matter if something is canon or non-canon, like maybe a spin-off series like GT or Dragon Ball Heroes. But I feel like Dragon Ball did not deserve its fandom. Since there are way too many people who are just spreading misinformation, causing hate, and always have to talk bad about one thing to compliment the other. Oh, didn't you think it was so funny how I stepped backwards and my character suddenly moved back forwards? I'm not like giving him any chance to pull any stunts. Yeah, I did a really long rant or something, pretty much, and I feel like this is something that could be actually put in a video. But honestly, I'm not like YouTubers like Geekdom or Quaman, Laughingstock Media. I mean, writing a proper script, having all the evidence properly side by side. I mean, it's even funnier when people are bringing up, you know, someone obviously had to make, like, Ultimate Gohan from the Buu Saga versus Kid Buu. I mean, people really have to bring this up. They secretly know how much of backlash it will happen. Like the Kid Buu stance. I mean, it's no shame when you like Kid Buu the most. But I feel like people are just... Whenever people are bringing up something, like an argument to say Kid Buu is the strongest version of Buu, they always refer to either filler or false claims in so-called guidebooks. Could have run out of this. Ah, put him there. Look at the key difference. Although I did perfect, but still I won. Ah, okay, good timing. Yeah, he was the most dangerous one. People don't know the difference between danger and being stronger. I mean, granted, most people watch the anime, only the anime. Maybe they're reading horrible translations. But it was only confirmed that he's like the most troublesome or the most aggressive one. Because Kid Buu is just evil. And I mean, the moment Super Buu reverted back to Kid Buu attempted to blow up the planet. I mean, this is something that Super Buu, Fat Buu, they never even attempted. Although, I'm pretty sure Buhan was about to blow up Earth after he absorbed Vegito. The thing is, that was filler. I would never use a filler in an argument when we're using the source material. Unless you want to see filler as its own continuity. But it's the reason why it's called filler. I mean, technically Yamcha, someone who was known to be like one of the weakest Z fighters, who has never really shown training ever since the androids showed up, suddenly fights against someone who is on super perfect cell level? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's filler. useless Fidel's death. Jeez, like... I mean, normally I hate filler because filler mainly has nothing to do with the plot.
Here I go.
What are people thinking? Hold on, I want to go to my custom Vidal. But yeah, people on Twitter really throw in arguments like a Daisenshu or something, and they say they use something like Goku's feelings are only understood by his fellow strongest. Honestly, when exactly did Kid Buu understand Goku's feeling? I mean, Kid Buu doesn't necessarily have a real mind on his own, he's just a killing machine. So how is Kid Buu supposed to understand Goku's feelings? Exactly. And then when Vegeta's saying, Kakarot, you're number one, they take this too literal and say, yeah, Goku's like even stronger than Kid Buu. I mean, which he technically was, but the thing is, Goku dragged out the fight way too much and couldn't even... Like Goku couldn't even use a full power attack. This is why Vegeta stepped in, so Goku could gather ki for the finishing blow. I mean, it was just Vegeta admitting that Goku is better than him in this very moment. Your blind sight? How's it going? Yeah, so, yeah, people thinking that Vegeta said Goku is the number one, that Vegeta thought he means everyone. I mean, it's not like that the Daisenshu got so many things wrong at the same time. And then he's bringing up guides like the protection to prevent Buu from absorbing him diminish the power of the earrings. Like, where the heck was it ever stated in the manga? The Potara didn't protect them from being absorbed. Then why was he... If the Potara protected Vegeta from being absorbed, then why was Kid Buu able to absorb this one Supreme Kai that was pretty big and buff? Or why was he even able to absorb the Grand Supreme Kai in the first place, who were both wearing Potaras? I mean, Vegeta just used a barrier. It was never stated in the manga that... And the best thing is, it's from the Spanish guidebook, and people claim that this is the best guidebook ever. Like, where do they even get this information? As far as I know, it was never brought up by Akira Toriyama about the earrings protecting them. Like, what's the current topic? People not understanding Dragon Ball. And how Dragon Ball technically doesn't deserve its fandom. I mean, people literally say that the Potara prevented Vegeta from being absorbed. No, it was his barrier that he used. I mean, what else do we have? Like people are so ridiculously stupid sometimes. And then people are saying they stated that Kid Buu became stronger. No. When they escaped Super Buu's body while Super Buu was transforming, when they escaped, Super Buu made a transition to Buff Buu. And then Goku said, Vegeta, isn't his chi or isn't his ki getting bigger? And on the very next panel we see Buff Buu. So people really can read. And then Buu started to transform again and became Kid Buu. And then Vegeta and Goku were confident that they could both take him. Granted, yet again Vegeta underestimated Kid Buu, but also Vegeta underestimated Goku. It's really good, yeah. The best thing is, this entire topic will be on YouTube forever, because I'm keeping the streams up here. So people literally show that when Super Buu reverted to Buff Buu, that his ki became bigger, but they failed to realize that it was Buff Buu. On the very next panel we see Buff Buu and not Kid Buu. And someone even said Goku was already using full power. No, he wasn't. I mean, Goku literally stated that, like Goku said, with Super Saiyan 3 at 100% full power, you should be able to obliterate him. And Goku said, I haven't had the chance. Goku has to rev up, power up for an entire minute to have enough power. And then Goku said, okay, maybe the Potara. The Potara would have made it easy game. And then he highlights a section from the Spanish guidebook. And I have no idea because I don't speak Spanish. I mean, the only thing people are throwing in for Kid Buu being so strong is because they got this Spirit Bomb also had power of Gohan. But first of all, it's called the Spirit Bomb for a reason. I mean, it's not necessarily their ki, the ki that they're gathering, but this is also mainly like the spirit. I mean, Goku is able to get energy from plants, the sun. It's called Spirit Bomb for a reason. It's not called Ki Bomb. Yeah, the OG Dragon Ball is really nice. Like honestly, the OG Dragon Ball is like one of the only instances in which martial artist stands above power. But ever since the introduction of power level, it doesn't matter how good of a martial artist you are. If the opponent is just too strong, you can win. This has been established ever since power levels were introduced. But yeah, then people are throwing in a summarization from a guidebook, which said, in order to defeat Majin Buu, who boasted absolute strength, Goku taught Fusion to Gotenks Trunks as a last resort. And thus Gotenks was born. After several failures, they finally succeeded in merging together. The two entered the Room of Spirit and Time, and hurriedly trained as Gotenks. As a result, Gotenks leveled up so much that his strength surpassed Vegeta and the others. And then they say Gotenks wasn't stated to surpass Goku, just Vegeta. This is what that person said. I mean, people are stupid. People are stupid. Goku didn't attempt when When Gotenks, when the fusion ran out inside of Boo, and Boo reverted back to Bukulo? Yeah, I will go into rank later. When he reverted back, Goku pretty much stood like no chance. I mean, even though they didn't really fight, after the fusion ran out, Goku said, okay, Gohan can handle you now. Like, if Goku was clearly stronger than Gotenks, and Gotenks was actually about to kill Super Buu, I mean, Super Buu was trapped in the Galactic Donut, Gotenks was charging a Super Kamehameha, and then the fusion ran out. If Goku was able to do that, why didn't Goku attempt to do that? If Goku was more powerful than Super Buu, then why didn't? I mean, if Goku is more powerful than Gotenks, and Gotenks was actually a bit stronger than Super Buu, then why didn't Goku attempt to fight off Super Buu? And even when they were about to leave Super Buu's body, Goku said if they leave right now, they're as good as that. They don't stand a chance. And someone even said, yeah, Goku said this because they were inside of his body, they were small, and therefore weaker. Goku literally said if they leave. If they left the body. Goku didn't mention a fight inside of the body. And then the other person posted a picture of the Daisenshu, or whatever guidebook it was, saying even a full power Goku can't defeat him. I mean, Goku wasn't necessarily fighting at full power, he was holding back, he was also giving Vegeta time. Also, Goku totally underestimated the energy drain of Super Saiyan 3. So mainly because of the energy drain of Super Saiyan 3, Goku wasn't even able to go all out against Kid Buu. When skill and technique could be strong opponents, I feel like in Dragon Ball Z,
Reading.
were there ever any instances in which skill and technique could beat a strong opponent? I mean, you could say the Kaioken is a technique, but it's also power up, making the user stronger. And therefore, power was needed. I mean, one could argue the special beam cannon, but when Piccolo used the special beam cannon, his power was actually much stronger than Raditz. I mean, how far are you in the manga? In the OG manga, Blindside? Because I don't necessarily want to spoil or something. But I would say at the very beginning. Okay, but okay, I think I can say this without spoiling any major thing. And this is something you will also recognize while reading. I mean, I would say that in many fights, the skill gap isn't the power gap isn't too high. And you will really see how technique, how martial arts is a major important factor when it comes to a fight. Even like in that, you will definitely see it in the first tournament in which Goku fights. You really get like an instance. But other than that, in all of Dragon Ball Z, the user needed power. They needed power to win. Whenever Goku used the Kaioken to increase his power, whenever a transformation was needed. I mean, Technic was only a secondary thing. Technic was only a secondary thing. The most important part was always power. Or maybe if you had like a weird attack that despite your lower power could deal major damage. Like the Destructo Disc. For example. Or the Special Beam Cannon. Like Piccolo, after he took off his weighted clothes, he was over 400. And he almost tripled his power when he used the Special Beam Cannon. Wait. Wait, you're telling me my opponent used this health type? Stat type? Bruh. Technical type is actually the better one. Has the most stamina. Good health and good basic attack. And then people complain about Dragon Ball Super when Goku in the manga used like the principle of the Kaioken to power up. Even if it damaged his body. And people are saying, oh, he regressed. Goku, at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Goku said to Reddit that power isn't everything. And yet he resorts to power. Goku always resorted to power when he used the Kaioken times 3 against Vegeta. King Kai suggested not to go beyond the regular Kaioken times 2. And then Goku even used the Kaioken times 4. Against Frieza, Goku went to the Kaioken times 20. This could have also killed Goku. This is like the same thing. Goku wanted power. But I feel like the Dragon Ball Super manga, or Dragon Ball Super in general, highlights these moments even more than Dragon Ball Z ever did. Mainly because, this is just my hunch, but I feel like people don't even know or can't comprehend. So Dragon Ball Super has these things on a silver plate to the reader, to the viewer. I mean, Dragon Ball Super makes these things a bit more obvious than Dragon Ball Z did, but it doesn't change the fact that the same things happened in Dragon Ball Z too.
Greetings.
As I explained earlier, the whole thing with Vegeta now doing the thing in Dragon Ball Super that Goku did against the Ginyu Force. And people start to complain, oh, this is something Goku already did. Vegeta knew about this. Now they bring this up. There's always a back and forth. People fail to realize that after the Ginyu Force, this strategy of lowering your power level and only rising your power when attacking has never been brought up since the Ginyu Force. This is the first and only time in the entirety of the whole Dragon Ball main story that we see this. And now, after all those years in Dragon Ball Super, Toriyama and Toyotaro finally tried to make a use out of this again. And people start to complain. Guess what happened the last time when Goku lowered his power level when he was not currently in a fight? He got shot by a laser and people started to complain. I was blocking. My god, this guy. What was that all about? How did I not get hit by the limit burst? I was hoping for his evasive. But dude, his hitbox was so out of this world, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm not going to continue to stream much further. Maybe 20 more minutes. Yeah, the emotes. I mean, don't worry, I will do. I still do Twitch streaming from time to time. But I think I kind of want to boost my watch hours a little on YouTube, because all I need are watch hours. Also, I kind of feel like that Twitch is going downhill. This is why you delay. This is why you delay your transformation. Ah, nice. Dude, that was an intense fight. That was a really intense fight. And the best thing is he had the Vegeta Super Soul and I had the Gogeta Super Soul. Now if I played a bit more optimally, I could have went Super Saiyan Blue much earlier than him. And therefore dealing 35% more damage much sooner. So I feel like the Gogeta Super Soul is still a bit better. Mainly because you have the chance to transform much earlier. And therefore having the potential to actually pump out that damage much sooner. So it kind of evens out. I mean 10% is not too much. Also I have better ki recovery with the Gogeta Super Soul. So in theory I have a little bit more access to my super attacks. Like in theory I could pump out way more super attacks than he could. And my stamina recovery is much faster. So there's like no way that he will get me on loud music. Also, why is my music app on my phone spamming me now with messages? But still, like, if Twitch had multi-stream, I mean, if Twitch really wants to make things right, they should allow multi-streaming. Also something that I really like about the blue form recently, that it's way better when you use it with the Vegeta Super Soul. I feel like the Vegeta Super Soul is way better on blue than it is on blue evolved. For the very simple reason that with the Vegeta Super Soul on blue, you have this as the same damage output as blue evolved. But you have no key drain. But yeah, Anime Gamer, watch this. This guy is going to leg switch his way to victory again. Now with leg switch, he has an easier chance. He's also probably going to throw poses. He's trying the cloud. That's not going to help him. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he has a set like this. Yeah, shit, he hit me in the last second. This is so bullshit. In the last second. Ah, I didn't mean to vanish there. I thought I could get in range. It's definitely much weaker on my male Saiyan. I mean, my male Saiyan doesn't have too much. My male Saiyan has like actually no real. He has no points in Ki Blast. Since my male Saiyan is clearly better when it comes to strike damage, I definitely want to go towards more of some strike moves for combo extension. I mean, look there. There's like so much of a gap between them. Also, there are stronger, like better key supers that you can chain afterwards. I mean, you can use it on the male Saiyan. I mean, there are so many strike moves that I would also like to use on my female Saiyan, but that's not even like a possibility for me for my female Saiyan. Just she doesn't do much damage in strike. Baited. Although I could use my... This is actually why I use it on my female Saiyan. I mean, this is the equivalent of going with an ultimate. Although I have it on my Earthling, I think, on the presets. I think you can definitely use it. Yeah, when the build or when you have a nice combo set for this. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Ninja. Dragon Ball and Empress. Ninja, I have to be honest. I have my complaints about you. Why did you stop grinding in the raid? You were so close for the first place. Oh, look where she is. Yo, hero. I mean, this is ranked. Something you will always fight in ranked. Ah, damn. But yeah, family's more important. I'm so tempted to attack you still. Oh my god, the hitbox still got me there. Ah shit, the timer, there's such a timer, I totally forgot about this. Ah, GG's could have made this. And I was caught up in the fight so much I haven't paid attention to the timer. Just like with this one Super Saiyan 4 Goku earlier. But yeah, Anime Gamer, just to be clear, that super on limit burst really kept you there in the game. But yeah, I was actually tempted to attack you in that limit burst. Bollocks, why? But honestly, I feel like the rank timer is too short. Like 3 minutes are sometimes not enough. Josh. Not even these super swords are really helping. Pharaoh, oh my god. And you still see saves like this rocking around. Oh boy. Alrighty, but I'm going to end my stream here. I will be doing another one tomorrow. Probably around the same time. I mean, it's kind of weird, you know, I can't raid one. Yo, Dank. I mean, that was close. I thought I would make it safer by going for the Destructive Fracture and then Stamina Break, and then I was like, oh shit. That Super Soul Stamina Recovery. And both of my ultimates technically require a knockdown to be used safely, so... But yeah, wanted to end my stream here. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll try to do another stream tomorrow, around the same time. Probably earlier. But yeah, let's grind more YouTube streams then. But yeah guys, take care.